back. Namaste. All right, we're back. Blessings and namaste. Yeah, no, that was who did that? Who clicked the button? Nindy knew, brother. You're gonna. Was it? No, it was. Yeah, it was Nindy knew. No, not Nindy knew. It was Tropes. Tropes. Listen, you caught old Leslie's team asleep at the wheel. Namaste. Namaste. No, you didn't do it. You hit a button. Listen, those buttons, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that had no idea why you were seeing a young man with Down syndrome with the word monster on the screen. So what you saw was a little peek behind the curtain, a little behind the scenes action. There are some specific channel points buttons that are specifically designed for my community of devoted light. We've started doing a regular privately hosted stream. Really exciting stuff over there. Privately hosted stream on our own streaming platform. Really beautiful stuff. Pepperoncini really holding it down. And I've made some custom channel points buttons for the team over there. So what you saw was one of those buttons. And I'm glad that was if you had to see one, that was maybe the one to see. Because there are some naked breasts and a naked penis of an older retarded man. It gets graphic, and I only trust these buttons to be in the hands of a select few in my community of devoted light. So we almost got there. Namaste. Yeah. So blessings and namaste. Thank you so much, keeping me sharp. Pox Holiday resubbing for the 6 months. Always looking for a good time. Namaste, Pox. Good to see you. 3 stream streak. Not that impressive. I would save up whether you share that until it gets a little bit bigger, because that is, let's just say that you are in the community of devoted light, but 3 stream streak. Namaste, I'm just playing with you. Of course I'm happy you're here, you son of a bitch. Of course I understand when life gets in the way. Namaste to you, though. Thank you so much for that subscription. Yeah, as the producers are remarking on our Discord channel, the penis guy, that would have been bad news. That would have been bad news for the channel. Let's just say that. Could have been bad news for the channel. If there would have been naked penis on the screen, which there could have been with the just by the push of a button, you could have put naked penis on this screen just a couple seconds ago. What an exciting time that was. Cougar Pie, good to see you. Good to see you, hon. How you doing tonight? It's great to see you. I know you had a fun weekend. Blessings to you. I know you had to miss Saturday, but it's great to see you on in here. How are you? How are you? I just gave you 6 months, motherfucker. Namaste. Pox, I'm playing with you. You know how we like to joke. We like to jest. We like to kid around. All right, buddy? Okay, buddy? Namaste. Namaste to you. My leg is bad. That can mean a lot of different things. Like it's immoral. Like it's immoral. Like your leg's got a mind of its own and it kicked like a little kid in the head. Cougar Pie, 7 stream streak. Namaste. No, sciatica. Oof, namaste. Namaste. I wish I could show you my stretching routine. I've cured sciatica. I've cured sciatica more times than I can count. And it takes about a half an hour when I do it. So blessings to you. Good luck. Did I deactivate all the buttons? Are any of the channel point buttons working? No, they're there. I don't think so. Am I running in safe mode? What did I get rid of? Oh yeah, why is it? I understand. Okay, now we're good. There we go. Yeah, we got a communal vision from Cougar Pie. Oh, let's get down the screen. Okay, there we go. We had a little scare. We had a little scare, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little scare just a couple moments ago. If you're just now joining us, I had some very exclusive buttons for my community of Devoted Light. We host a private stream on Saturdays, and they have their own special channel point buttons. And let's just say we were very, very, very near a complete disaster because the points that they get for the private stream are very special. Very special buttons. It brings a naked breast, naked penis, people with various mental capabilities, let's just say. And it was close. It was a real close one. Anybody watching the stream could have put a naked cock on the screen on just a regular old public Twitch stream. And that would have been exciting. Oh, no, Trumpets, you did the exact right thing. I put those buttons there to be pressed. But you also could have single-handedly destroyed the program. Just know that. Your little curious as a cat thing that you did could have destroyed us. Namaste. I don't want to start a jazz train, but did you do it? Did you actually just call it? Oh, no. I gotta get old Stephen Hawking.
One criticism I have of the enlightened, either religious or secular, is that their hysterics about the end in whatever direction aren't nearly hysterical enough. Their flailing becomes yet another defense against an internal calamity, the scale of which they can't even whisper aloud to themselves.
Communal vision from Cooker Pie, namaste. My leg is terrible, says Cooker Pie. Sciatica. That stinks. That stinks. Are you getting some tummy time? Sweetheart, you getting some tummy time? Get on your tummy. Get on your tummy. Cooker Pie. Cookie, get on your tummy. Get on your tummy. Get on your tummy and watch on the iPad. iPad time, tummy time, get on your tummy. That's what I'm telling you. As a completely licensed medical professional, as a legally licensed therapist as well. I have scoliosis. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense, but thank you. I don't know who told you that, but you need to fire him immediately. Namaste, guys. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Cripples can't lay on their stomach. That's not true. I've physically laid so many cripples onto their stomach very regularly. Pretty. I'm calling on and being a bitch, says Cooker Pie. Namaste, beautiful. There we go. There we go. Let it out. Let it out. Let that sciatica pain out. All right, guys. So we've got, let's see here. What we got? SH10151 tried to call a Jazz Express. Didn't quite work, unfortunately. Well, namaste, everybody. It's wonderful to be with you. Like I said, it's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and outside of us, to unlock and unleash the power, the true potential power yearning to be set free in each of our veins. Namaste. Pour for 6 and 9 bits. Blessings and namaste equaling 15 bits. Very generous of you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go ahead and get through some points of order and get right down to business. I don't want to mess around. We got a late start. We got a lot of work to do tonight. I know we like to mess around, but tonight is not about messing around. Tonight's not about the... Why didn't the team update my thing? 1 second. Nobody hit the fucking button. All right, we're all set. We're all set. Go ahead and hit the theme button again. Okay. That was a little bit of a, all right, so so we were working behind the scenes trying to get some feature set up for the private streams a little beforehand and ran a little late. There we go. Awkward, inappropriate conversations. Great, that's terrific. Wonderful. Great, we're off to a great start, and we're not messing around tonight. No fucking around, no messing around, no playing goofs, no jacking around, no messing up stuff. Tonight is truly about getting down to work. It's about the program. I'm focused, and I am calling on each of you to be focused as well as we invoke the power and life skill, I will say life skill of awkward and inappropriate conversations. So ladies and gentlemen, what we're looking at tonight is the flip side of a life skill that we practice all too often here. We have a couple times a year, we like to pull out this skill, normal, polite conversations, and just practice. Now this is a challenge to many of you. Putting one foot in front of the other, not sharing too much, not having an emotional breakdown, not getting into topics that should, be saved for your most intimate, circumstances. What we're talking about in those cases, normal, polite conversation, is just the most normal shit you could possibly think of. However, tonight is a dog of a different bark. Tonight, we are taking a look at the power of awkward and inappropriate conversations. Now, tonight, we are going to, with each caller, we're going to practice what it is like to have these kinds of conversations. Now, we will be on offense and defense tonight. That means that I will be pushing you to push me in an awkward sense. This will be easy for many of you. Many of you are mentally ill in a bad, really off-putting way. Let me know if you'd like more or less involvement. Real life named Randy. Namaste. Thank you so much for, checking in with me. Listen, let me tell you, Randy, absolutely. You don't need to ask. You don't need to do anything. You pop off in chat. You pop off in any way you see fit. If you see a button you want to press, you hit that. That's the program. Namaste to Randy. Really good question, though. Really good question. But listen, if there's something you can do, something you can interact with me through, that is what I want you to do. Okay? Okay. Now, guys, tonight we are about awkward, impolite, inappropriate conversations. Now, like I said, I will be putting you in the position to guide our inappropriate conversations. This is going to be really easy for a lot of you. Most of you can't not do this. Most of you are going to call in and start talking about some really inappropriately personal stuff. You're going to get way too serious. You're going to get way too passionate about the Holocaust or something like this. Now, this is like a walk in the park for so many of my explorers in chat right now. However, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the defense, that's going to be a difficult skill. When I say defense, what I mean is you are going to have to man the ship of a normal conversation while I guide it in an inappropriate, awkward, or impolite manner. So we've got a lot of skills that are going to be really explosively beneficial for you all tonight, and I can't wait to do exactly that with you all. So let's get through the orders of business. First and foremost, P.O. Box. Send me a little something, little postcard, little letter, little something. I love getting stuff from you guys. You know that. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Namaste. Go ahead and send me something right there. I didn't even check the mailbox. I didn't get a chance to check the mailbox. It was pouring rain yesterday, and I didn't get a chance. So I'll be checking it on Thursday. So namaste to you in advance. Now, okay, so let's the P.O. Box. Now, guys, real quick, a couple more details about this later, but listen, we have a very special opportunity for each and every single one of you. My community of devoted light at patreon.com. My community of devoted light at patreon.com. Now, we'll have a couple details about this a little later. And, of course, my community of devoted light has gone through many iterations, right? Many iterations. Many evolutions. We used to do a video. Then we started doing a podcast. Then we did a couple longer videos. But then those got even longer. and more involved and more production involved. You know, I had to get a producer involved, a camera operator, somebody to work the audio. I had to get some actors. I had to enlist some locations. We are going hard in the paint for some things that when you see it, you're going to absolutely shit your pants. You're going to go nuts. You're going to go crazy. The amount of power that each and every single one of you are going to unlock in the near future is immeasurable. However, right now what we're doing at the Community of Devoted Light is truly exciting. You can ask anybody, any brothers and sisters of the Community of Devoted Light right now, they'll tell you. We have built a truly special situation over there. Thank you to the efforts of Pepperoncini, our webmaster, and myself, mostly Pepperoncini, mostly though me. If you really take a look at why something's on the screen, it's like, oh, I can see Leslie all over this. Now, does Pepperoncini understand the technical aspect of it in a way that would take me decades to learn, and I would never still be able to replicate, and I would never accomplish even a quarter of what he did in about 20 times the amount of time that he spent doing it? All that's true, sure. But when you see it, you're like, oh, Leslie did it again. That's what you're going to think. And what I am talking about right now is that the Community of Devoted Light, thank you to the contribution of our brothers and sisters there, we have built a privately hosted streaming platform, essentially. So what we've been doing on Saturdays is we've been exploring some very special themes, exploring some very special exercises. But one catch: not on Twitch, not on YouTube. No TOS, no limitations, no censors, no jackals, no rapists, no limits, no censoring, nobody standing there waiting to give us a ticket, a little HR ticket for being a human goddamn being, saying words that a human goddamn being says. Listen, in every single one of us, there is not a new facet of this universe or a new facet of humanity. And that's all this program is built on. Humanity, the raw reality of each of our humanity. Now, you might be excited to see that on display here on Twitch and YouTube. However, to see it on full display, fully expressed through the independently, privately hosted platform at the Community of Devoted Light, it is something to behold. It is an exciting time, ladies and gentlemen. No. So not Kick. We're not doing Kick. It's not on Kick. I don't trust him. You know why? I don't trust him. The past couple of years, how many times have you seen one of these kind of vaguely conservative coded a couple years ago, they're all about free speech, right? All about free speech. Then they watch a certain country absolutely steamroll the most basic freedoms that we enjoy here in this country. And what are they doing? Not shit. They're not saying shit. They're not doing shit. They are not to be trusted. All right? They will roll over as soon as somebody dangles a little dog treat in front of their face. Yeah, Kick TOS isn't even that much looser than Twitch TOS. This is what I'm saying. Listen, these platforms, you can't trust them. That's my problem. So we built our own goddamn thing. So when we've been doing it on the Saturdays, very exciting time. Couple details about that later. I dropped the link in chat if you're interested in exploring how to enter my Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. But needless to say, it's an exciting time for us. I'm very excited to see how this evolves. Zone Monster 400, private streams are worth their weight in gold. Namaste. Well, listen, you guys know what we're getting up to tonight. It's going to be different for every single caller, right? Every caller will bring their own strengths, their own weaknesses, their own experiences, their own little lack of experience. And tonight, we will be putting each caller to the test. It is my second rebirth day. I have way more money and STDs than ever before. And why is that? Because the program works. Please be offended. Blessings to please be offended. Namaste to please be offended. Thank you so much. STDs. Are you just raw dogging, or are you just kind of rubbing your shit on toilet seats? That's real. That's real. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not real. I went to a bathroom behind Auntie Anne's and I did a little swab test, just my own little independent investigation. Went to the bathroom at the mall right next to the Auntie Anne's, and yeah, I found full-blown AIDS all over the damn place. I found AIDS all over the bathroom. Auntie Anne, more like anti-AIDS, is what I said. That was what I pitched the newspaper when I got out of there. I wrote an article, published my findings, and what did our newspaper do? They buried it. You can't trust a newspaper either. You can't trust these platforms. You can't trust the newspaper. We can only trust ourselves. We are the source of the light. We are the protectors of this light. It is our duty, our responsibility. Namaste. AIDS everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Got herpes from Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese, well, Chuck E. Cheese is a rat. And that's something to take into account. Namaste, M. Robert Cobb. Good to see you. How you doing, hon? How you doing? How's M. Robert Cobb doing? Good to see you, by the way. Good to see you. How have you been enjoying the private devoted live streams? Namaste. Yeah, Chucky's a little rat. You know, you do something sexually promiscuous at a Chuck E. Cheese franchise, you should expect there to, it's not just, that's the thing, these symbols are important, right? Symbolism isn't just nothing. You look at the mascot, you find the sort of etymological trail behind it, right? Rat, what's a rat? You know, what is a rat? What's a rat a symbol of? Namaste. And Robert Cobb enjoying them in a great deal. Namaste to you. How can I earn drops during this stream? Do I need to have Twitch? I don't know what that is. Technology Wife, what is a drop? Is that a thing that I should know as a Twitch streamer? I have no idea what that is. Can somebody tell me? No clue. You can get badges and stuff. Oh. That's what it is? Why is it called a drop? Drops for video games. It's for games usually. You have drops enabled for the stream. I got a notice about it. You're welcome. And it's a surprise. How you get the drops? It's a surprise. It's part of the program. You don't know. You got to find out. I know and you don't. Surprise. I do know what a drop is. I know what drops are, and I value them quite a bit. I value them a great deal. They're a huge part of me and this program, and you know, good luck figuring it out. So okay, that's yeah. So hopefully that's helpful. All right, so guys, listen, you know what it is. It's not that difficult. Awkward, inappropriate conversations. The line is live. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Yeah, well, Technology Wife, if I were to have do I design the drop, or do the drops come from, like, Overwatch or something? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's up, Mike? I call you tonight.
Hey, Leslie, this is Kook.
Cuckoo Pie. Yeah, how are you? I know you're doing bad.
You know what? I'm in a pretty good mood, though. You could be in a horrible pain and be a pretty good mood.
Isn't that
honestly
interesting? Isn't that interesting? Sometimes the pain focuses me a little bit.
Yeah. For me, it doesn't. It makes me harder for me to like read a book and stuff, and it really pisses me off. But that's okay. I thought it would be a good topic. I'm excited. I'm hyped for this topic, and I'm a little wee-weed up. So
wee-weed up. You're covered in pee. What does that mean?
I'm turned.
Turned. Okay, you're turned up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen. Everyone's excited to hear from you. So before we jump in, awkward. Are you pretty? do you feel that you are pretty well versed in the topic tonight, awkward, inappropriate conversations?
Yes.
Okay, and to what extent do you like interact with these day to day, would you say? How often, to what extent?
Well, almost every single time I get a male Uber driver, I have some sort of awkward conversation.
Sure. Okay. What does that look like? What does that sound
every time, so probably like twice a week. Say that again.
What does that look like? What's the awkwardness like?
Very often I'm like, what in the fuck do you have on the radio?
You say that out loud?
Yes.
And then what do they say?
I say, why would you play this? It depends on what they have it on. I'm like, why would you have this on when you have somebody in the car? Sometimes they switch it really quick. They do that pretty frequently. Or I have I bring up like abortion immediately. If they do something to annoy me, or have like a political pundit or like religious people like babbling really loudly and like Creole or something, I bring up abortion like near immediately, because if they're going to irritate me, I'm going to do it to them, and it's on, and you're stuck in the car with me because I know you're not going to kick me out. I'm a cripple.
Right,
you would look
exactly.
terrible. I would make myself cry and end up on the news if you kick me out of this fucking car. So we're in it together.
Right. For as little power you have in nature as a crippled person, in that moment, socially speaking, you have all the power.
Yeah. All I want is to like have an Uber driver that the car is not disgusting. This is all male Uber drivers. The women never do this. Literally never. The car is not disgusting, and you don't have like Tim Dillon or any red pillar or people like screaming, like babbling in tongues and calling out to Jesus, frequently in Creole, but not always. Yeah, that's all I ask basically from an Uber driver, to not have a car filled with trash, and to not have, speaking of steel drums, one time I got into an Uber driver and he had like these people were like chanting and like banging on drums, and I was like, what is this shit? And he's like, he said, you haven't heard of this? This is a Dave Matthews Band. He's from South Africa, and it fucking ruined the whole entire rest of my day. I didn't know that until he told me that. Ruined my day.
It ruined your day to learn that Dave Matthews was from South Africa?
Yes, and to know that he had some big song where it's like tribal people beating on drums. Yes, it ruined my day. And then also,
go ahead.
I was on my way to Hobby Lobby, and it sucked, and I had never been there. It was so terrible, and Halloween. And then I told the cashier that I had never been to Hobby Lobby, and she said to me, "Oh, so did you learn anything about the world?"
Wait, repeat that one more time. I don't think I quite understand. You went to Hobby Lobby. It was terrible. It was around Halloween time.
It was terrible. It was Halloween. They don't have any good Halloween stuff. They only have pumpkins with no faces.
Right.
No ghosts. No pumpkins
demonic
with faces.
Or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All they have are like pumpkins with like bows on them and stuff. And then I'm checking out. My friend got something, I don't know what. And I said to the cashier, like, "Oh, it's my first time in a Hobby Lobby." And she said, "Oh, did you learn anything about the world?"
Like she was gonna teach you something?
Like Hobby Lobby had taught me something. And she wanted to know what I had learned from Hobby Lobby.
Like from the merchandise? Did you like discern any information or lessons from the merchandise of Hobby Lobby?
I don't exactly know. She was being kind. So I didn't want to go off on her, but I was already in a terrible mood from the Dave Matthews Band and learning that they didn't have Halloween stuff there. Not even jack-o'-lantern. So I was already in a terrible mood, but yeah, I didn't go off on her because she seemed like she was being very genuine and kind.
Right. And that's a nice thing to suss out when it's appropriate, huh?
Yeah.
It's generous.
I mean, for me, it's always if I'm in the right mood, I'll go off on anyone. But if somebody seems like they're coming from a kind place, that decreases it by like 75%, then I'm going to do something like that.
Yeah, okay. So, wow. So listen, you are full of energy, and honestly, I'm very excited that you are setting the mold tonight. Because sometimes we get someone calling up, like if Toaster calls up, he doesn't talk about the topic. he kind of just whacks off for about 14 minutes and then just leaves.
He loves you, though.
Huh?
He's such a little sweetie pie. He loves you, and I miss shrimp toaster, and I wish he would come back.
Well, listen, I don't think that it. I have trouble understanding his emotional expressions. But let's not get in the weeds. Toaster, it could be a whole topic in and of itself, and maybe that would be a good topic.
I think it would be
an exploration of just toaster. Okay.
Yes.
But okay. But to set that aside just for a moment, one thing that really struck me about what you were sharing is, like, to get back to the theme, awkward, inappropriate conversations. You are very skilled in this whole arena. Like, you wield this instead of legs, basically.
Yes.
Like, God took legs and mobility from you, and an expectation of like just a baseline tolerable life, but you took back this power of awkward, inappropriate conversations.
Yes.
Where a couple hundred years ago they would have drowned you as a child or something.
They would have thrown me off a cliff. Yeah.
They would have thrown you off a cliff. Fed you to dogs, but you fast forward now, it can this ability that you have really is a powerful thing to wield in our world. Communal vision from Orchestar. Hobby Lobby lore is crazy. Like, didn't the owner smuggle ancient artifacts from fucking Iraq or some shit for a creationist museum?
Yeah, I heard that they did.
Get out of town. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
The Covenant. Because it was in the news.
When did they do this?
Not that long ago.
I haven't listened to the news in so long. That honestly, that makes me like them more.
It was a real weird vibe, Leslie. If you've ever been to Michael's, it was like Bizarro World Michael's. And also, like, everything that had artwork on it was definitely AI. So there's like a million pictures of like chickens wearing suits made from AI, and you're like, this is really strange. It feels creepy.
If I had to compare Michael's to Hobby Lobby, it's going to be Michael's every single day. Hobby Lobby is a weird. I'm not a huge fan of it. Hobby Lobby smuggling scandal started in 2009 when representatives of the Hobby Lobby chain of craft stores received a large number of clay bullae and tablets originating in the ancient Near East. The artifacts were intended for the Museum of the Bible, funded by the evangelical Christian Green family, which owns the Hobby Lobby chain. Internal staff had warned superiors that the items had dubious provenance and were potentially looted from Iraq. Dubious provenance? That's funny. That's a funny way to. It's just a funny way to say it.
I like it though. Orcstar is the best. Love you, Orcstar.
Now, okay, so listen. This is just to go. The reason I said all that stuff about you and a couple hundred years ago that they would have killed you as a child.
Because it was the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, is because it's true, but also to show, like, listen, guys, we got a lot of like touched chatters in this program, and you might think tonight's all about goofing and joking and stuff, but no. Being able to wield this as a skill, like a blade, like you're about to do when we go through these exercises, I want to do that because I don't think it's even going to be, I don't think you need the practice. I just kind of want to go through them with you. But listen, those of you with water sloshing around in that brain of yours, you got to listen up, because this isn't just a joke. This is a real life actionable skill that when confronted with the situation, you can wield this, like I said, like a blade, like a katana. You could be like a ninja. All right, so keep that in mind as we get going with this. Okay. So Kook, let's just go. What I wanted to do tonight is for each caller just kind of go both offense and defense. So we could start off just real easy. We could just even copy an Uber ride, right? I'll be the Uber driver. And I'll be playing, I don't know, Dave Matthews Band. Because I genuinely love Dave Matthews Band. And that's going to be easy for me to do.
Did you know they were from South Africa?
Huh?
Did you know they were from South Africa?
He is, but I don't think the rest of his little clan is.
I don't want to hear some white guy from South Africa banging on drums and chanting tribal language. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear it, especially not in Uber. Also, the Uber driver had white guy dreadlocks.
If it fucks, it fucks. That's the thing, and it can be a very informative and humiliating process to really admire the aesthetics of somebody that we otherwise think are pieces of shit.
It's shameless, so shameless.
Like your enemy, like
also,
who?
white people
Like who would you consider to be your enemy?
My enemy? Oh, sweetheart, I don't have any enemies.
That's not true. Come on, you got so much vitriol inside of you.
I know, but I spread it out so, it's like you take a balloon and you pierce a bunch of little holes in it. So instead of a mighty stream, you have little trickles. I spread it out through a lot of people. I'm a very hostile person.
Hasloth is offering an enemy of his, straight white men. So it could be very spiritually enriching to allow yourself to enjoy.
I do have an enemy.
This who?
My crazy friend is dating this Kazakhstani guy, a Kazakh guy that is a scammer, and I'm amassing information on him so I can try to ruin his life before he gets my friend pregnant.
What a gambit. That's like Mission Impossible.
I know, I'm very worried. It makes me, every night I'm a little nauseous thinking about that happening.
Yeah. You're like a crippled Tom Cruise in this situation. Well, I wish we could, that could be a whole topic too. Well, listen, but for now, awkward technology wife, here we go, technology wife. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, ? Interesting. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I would say that's often probably true. That's often probably true. And the reason I was bringing up, well, I don't want to we'll get into enemies. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. This is great. We're about to start a Jazz Express. Oh my goodness gracious. Cougar Pie. You're right. You find yourself right in the middle of train tracks. How does that feel?
I don't know. I don't care for jazz, but I put up with it because I like the show.
Oh, namaste. Yeah, listen, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for not liking jazz. I usually don't like it myself. I think it grinds on me. It tests me. I don't like it that much, and it goes on for a long time. That's my problem with it.
I agree, but I guess it's different for you when at least you get to be creative with it. You can get to control what you're producing.
Well, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll be honest with you. Give you a little. I don't want to always play it. I hate it, actually. To feel these scales go through my fingers sometimes is like excruciating pain.
The fact that people will go and pay and go to a jazz concert and then they pay and sit down and quietly listen to jazz, it just blows my mind. That's almost worse to me than slam poetry. It's just so terrible. I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. I'm such an uncultured person.
What's the most cultured shit that you like?
I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. I go to plays. I don't know what counts. I read a lot of books. I don't know what counts as culture. I really don't. That's like asking what is something is pretentious. I really don't understand what. I like books, Cox Holiday.
You like books? Do you like bougie books, artsy books, the books that everyone's like, oh my god, if you're a smart person, you like this book?
I don't know which books those are. That one of my favorite books, I really like Lolita. I really like American Psycho. I don't know. There's just a lot of books that I reread. I really like this one book about a woman went to Japan and she did like a dissertation about how men act in like hostess clubs. It's a really good book. I don't know. There's a lot of books I really like.
Well, it sounds like you probably like some bougie stuff that you're just not aware is bougie. You just don't keep track of it.
I don't know. I really don't know what counts as bougie, honestly. I really don't. Yes, I'm a hillbilly stone monster. I will take that. One time I went to a racetrack and I hated it and I didn't want to go, and all the rednecks had ear protection and they were carrying their babies who had none. And I wanted to die. I wanted to kill myself right there, but I didn't.
Orchestar says, slam poetry is trash. It is good to hate it. It is not pretentious at all.
Yeah, my friend tried to get me to go to that last week, and I said I can't because it was like feminist, and I said I can't. Not only did I not want to do it because it looked terrible, but she's the biggest pick-me ever, and she's dating a scammer, and I felt like if we went there, it was almost like stolen valor.
Man, there's so much to talk about. Oh, my goodness gracious. Holy moly. My brain's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour right now. And I want to talk about anything but the theme. But listen, I'm picking you up right now in an Uber car, and I'm playing jazz on the car, all right? So let's just do a little, guys, so listen up. This is an example of the power of an awkward, inappropriate conversation. And to set the scene, I'm an Uber driver. I'm playing jazz real loud on the speakers, and I've got this just egregiously handicapped person hopping in the back seat. All right, and let's start.
Okay.
Oh, hey, good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Just, I'm honestly, I'm having a great day. I love this job. Would you believe that?
Oh yeah? How long have you been driving today?
I just started about 45 minutes ago. This is the beginning of my day.
Oh, so you still have a long road ahead of you.
It's a long road as a mindset. All right. The long road is if you're toiling, and I don't consider this meeting you. What a gift it is to me to meet you. This is not a job. This is a passion of mine.
You don't know me, and I could be a terrible person, so I think you should cool it down a little bit.
Cool it down. Well, let me go ahead and find the next. Here, maybe a little Miles Davis will set the tone for us. And let's start again. Hi.
Do you have like Spotify or like YouTube Music or something?
These are all mini discs that are recorded in the years of 2006. So no.
Let's just not listen to anything.
What's wrong?
I have a headache. I have a headache. I'd rather just have silence. I'm going to read my book back here.
You got a headache? I know exactly what we need. We need a little bit of the Dorsey Brothers.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've never heard of them ever. But you look like a person who would. But I just don't care to listen to anything. I don't care.
He puts women's minds at ease.
Right now.
What troubles you, hon?
The fact that you even said that creeps me out, to be honest. And I'm very close to just stopping the ride and having you drop me out the side of the road. So I would prefer if we could just get to where we need to go and then just go our separate ways.
All right, I understand. Perhaps in another lifetime.
Thank you.
Perhaps in another lifetime.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you. And then you make no eye contact.
What if? Okay, so let's say I'm gonna leave like 3.5 minutes. We're at a stoplight, and I say, "Have you ever listened to Dave Matthews Jazz albums?"
And I'd say, "Oh my God, did you know that Dave Matthews was South African?" Because I didn't, and when I found out, it ruined my life. It made me feel about the same way that I did when I found out Coco was a fraud. I literally felt like it ruined my life.
Okay, never mind then.
No, I want to talk about it now. You brought it up. Like you brought Dave Matthews to me. Would you rather talk about Coco? Because I found out Coco was a fraud at like 3 o'clock in the morning 2 years ago, and I felt like it ruined my life.
Coco, that sweetheart little gorilla.
Yeah. So it was the whole time, it was just an old lady asking people who worked under her to show their tits. Isn't that sad?
So the Coco gorilla just wanted to see titties?
No. Did you know that several of the workers sued like the organization because Coco kept on asking to see their boobs, and they were encouraged to do that at work to like go with the flow? Did you know that?
So wait, the gorilla was a pervert.
Listen, the gorilla would do their sign language to ask women that worked for them to show their boobs, right? And women sued this place for sexual harassment. Then it turned out Coco was never doing sign language, and this old lady was just asking to see people's tits.
Oh, okay. Well, this is... Listen, it looks like Pepper and Genie says, hello, this is God speaking. This is God speaking to you through your radio. The woman in the back of your car is a demon. Drive your car into the canal now.
Okay, one time I literally thought that was going to happen. I thought they were going to drive them off a bridge. So I like stuck my phone into my tits, and I was ready to like jump out of the car on a major bridge. Like a very busy bridge. I thought I was going to be fucking dead meat, dude.
As a bystander, that would be really alarming to see somebody who looks like what I imagine you look like, just tucking and rolling out of a moving car.
I mean, honestly, I don't think I could tuck, honey. I think it would just be a roll and a not very good one.
I guess your body tucks, naturally. You could call it a
tuck.
tuck.
Kind of.
It's sort
like
of
a twisted...
Yeah. Yeah, like a golem tuck.
Like one of those hand of Buddha fruit.
Yeah. Okay. Orchestar Communal Vision. Coco and Helen Keller are part of the same sort of scam. People keep doing this shit.
I agree completely.
Wow.
I do.
So listen.
It's the same thing that people say they're psychic or they use a Ouija board. It's the same thing. Or that woman that raped that guy that was like so autistic, and she was like she was his caretaker, and she was telling the family like we're in love, and then it turned out that she was just being a disgusting freak.
Mm-hmm. So, wait, did you say she raped an autistic guy?
She was his caretaker, and she was autistic, and I think there's a documentary called Tell Them You Love Me, right? And he was using one of those, like, boards that you point to images, and then, like, it talks for you. And she said, we've fallen in love, and she would take this guy's diaper off to have sex with him, right? And she went to the family and said, we're going to get married and shit. And then they turned out that the autistic guy wasn't doing any of this. He was just like, she was like using it to say what she wanted to say, similar to when people have a Ouija board. And so she was just raping an autistic guy who was nonverbal in a diaper.
Well, listen, let me pause it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed is a masterclass. We literally just watched a force of nature use like a tornado touching down on Earth and ripping through a small village. I set up, I put the thing on the screen, awkward, inappropriate conversations, and it came to the natural talents of someone like Cooker Pie. All I had to basically say is, go. And we started with some just like real intense aggression, and we ended up with this sort of wanton manipulation and rape of an autistic adult.
Yeah, that's what I do in every Uber. If they act stupid and have something stupid on the radio, and it's always men, that's what I do every single time, or very graphically talk about abortion, because don't start it with me. People should have better common sense.
Wow. Well, listen, Cougar Pie, I don't think I could say anything that better than what you just demonstrated. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I want to thank you for your for your energy and your focus tonight.
Thanks, Leslie. Can I say one more thing?
Please.
Fuck you, Logan the Brogan. I'm not afraid of your death threats. Fuck a dog, bitch. Thank you.
All right. Namaste.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Namaste. Wow. So listen, those of you that are maybe not as versed in tonight's theme, 1 second call, I'll be right with you. those of you not as well versed in tonight's theme as what we just heard from Cougar Pie, that masterclass is like maybe like a middle school basketball player just watching Michael Jordan, play one-on-one, from a courtside seat. Yolopotamus, Kook settled down. Ladies' night was a month ago. Namaste. Cougar probably giving herself a good caller. Namaste to you as well. Tony G, thank you so much for the bit. All right, so listen. Forge ahead. Trust yourself. Pull from what you just saw, because that was a lot. That was a lot from Cougar Pie. A lot of skill. Dare I say mastery. Namaste. All right, let's get this new caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight? Caller, you there? Caller? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Dwayne.
Namaste. Quick affirmation for fellas. Hold on. There was a lot of phone stuff going on. I'm going to get another little repeat. Affirmation for fellas. Here we go. Affirmation for fellas on the screen. 3, 2, 1. Horses are your enemy. Horses are for women. If you're a man and you're close to a horse, they'll try to kill you or rape you. Now, okay, your name's Dwayne? This isn't Dwayne. Caller?
Dwayne, why you say that? I'm here.
I know who this is. Your name's not Dwayne.
What's my name?
This is Bradley.
Say my name. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, Leslie.
Imagine
I got you. You
picture
can't
of
sing by
hellish
me, you son of a
dystopia,
bitch.
where
Quick
everyone
quote,
is
1
constantly
second.
doing therapy on everyone else at all times. Buildings have no corners, few if any walls, and we all barely even remember being unhappy.
Namaste. Now, okay, Bradley, let's. How are you tonight? Let's start there. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I was trying to do my middle name is Dwayne.
Well, you've been terminated. Namaste. 872-205-9484. 872-205. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
You can call me Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini, namaste. How are you?
Good. I had to terminate Bradley because I had called in and my mic wasn't working, and then he just intruded like a little bitch. So, fuck right. Bradley.
So you're the one that terminated him, put him down, and then called in immediately. This is pure aggression.
Yeah, well, I was trying to call. I had gotten in, and then for some reason the mic wasn't working, and instead of giving me the grace to let me call back with my mic fixed, he calls in and says, "Oh, I'm Bradley. I'm gay and stupid," and then so I had to just give him the fucking headshot.
I'm Bradley. I'm gay and I'm stupid. Interesting. Yeah.
Wait, is Bradley I'm talking to or Leslie?
I know I did a pretty good impression, right? No, it's Leslie. It's Leslie.
Okay.
So, Pepperoncini, listen.
I didn't want to talk to him.
What was that?
I didn't want to talk to him, so thank God.
You don't want to talk to Bradley. Bradley is not for you. Do you have a personal grievance with him?
No, I don't think he's interesting. Is that a grievance?
In order for my gay
Not
patients
necessarily.
to
One
begin
second,
healing
quote.
in therapy, we spend a lot of time discussing how homosexuality is a sin. They're perverts, and they'll never be able to change these simple facts.
Namaste. All right. So yeah, I guess that doesn't really count as a grievance, right? Because grievance kind of implies a sort of lust, there's a sort
right.
of I'm energized by this.
Yeah, that happens. If it's an all costs money, yes, right. 100%. But Bradley, no. Just you're in my way. Get the fuck out of my way.
Right. Okay. So Bradley, namaste to you. You're free to call back in if you'd like. However, right now we're speaking to brother Pepperoncini. So Shane, listen, let's get right down to business. Cougar Pie is a handful. a real slippery eel in some ways, but an absolute masterclass in tonight's theme. Awkward, inappropriate conversations. So let me just ask you the same question I started her off with. To what extent do you interact with awkward, inappropriate conversations? Is this like a normal part of your everyday life, or give us some insight?
I don't know. I mean, work is pretty standard. I think there are some awkward conversations, I think, when you're out and about with like weird New Orleanians people, but I don't get into them too much. I think it's mostly, it's like awkward, uncomfortable conversation because it's like when a dad walks up to you on the playground to like interact with you because you're there with your kids and he's there with his kids, but I don't want to talk to him. Say, I don't want to talk to Bradley. Like, that guy could be another Bradley. So you're like sitting there and you don't want to be rude, right? But at the same time, it's like, listen, I didn't come here to have a chat with a stranger.
So would that be like the maybe the most the biggest vector for weird, awkward, shitty conversations when you just have to, you're in a position to have to make small talk with another dad?
Yeah, so like I really hate making small talk with dads. In any scenario, even if it's like my son has friends, they have dads. I don't really want to talk to them.
Right, you don't even want to talk to those fellows.
Yeah, I really don't want to talk to I don't want to talk to any other parents unless they're interested in the things I'm interested in, which is cracking wise and playing board games.
Right.
And even then, they got to hit both pretty well.
So it sounds like to me like you're pretty comfortable with your expectations. You don't want to waste time just kind of like whacking each other off based on what you view to be relatively superficial, like common ground.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I don't know. I just have to have I need to be able. I want, and I think I have this with a lot of folks, which I really appreciate, which is the way to kind of have like a freewheeling, amusing conversation.
So is it your experience that a lot of parents don't like, if you just kind of had a hat full of parents and you drew a single parent at random from the hat, your experience is that these parents aren't really going to be able to have a freewheeling conversation with you?
Yes, exactly. And like, I think it's just that like you're having interactions with parents because not because of any shared interest or thing to make a connection to you other than that you have children. That's too broad, right? So there's not like, you kind of have to fish for a while to see if you can find something to get into, but it's not even like it's a friend of a friend where it's like you could see why you could get along with that person because there's something about them that your friend is connected to. It's just like, oh, you guys go to the same school together is not enough. Your children go to school together. It's not enough of a thing for me to like endear me to you. You're basically a stranger. Right.
And so real quick, we have a couple, save it right there because I want to pick back up right there. We've got, where's technology, wife? Hello, I am a communications assistant with the Twitch relay service. The person calling is using a relay service because they are deaf / hard of hearing / have a speech disability. I will be relaying the conversation by typing what you say and voicing what they type / sign. Please speak directly to them as if I weren't here. Say go ahead or GA when you're finished speaking so they know it's their turn. Oh, all right. Sounds good. Go ahead. Okay. And then Jessica Bears with the communal vision. Peps, what is some standard playground dad small talk?
I think it's like you're trying to like, what school does your kid go to? Or like, you're trying to look for, especially New Orleans is small enough, maybe find some connections of like mutual people that you may know, but then it's just maybe talking about the kids and how they're interacting a little bit. It's a dearth right? It's not like, hey, no one's like, hey, what's a movie you watched recently? Like, there's nothing even, like, maybe the weather. It's like, what is, like, in the moment in front of you is really where the conversation is, or about your kids. And it's like, God, I spend enough time talking about my own kids. I'm not interested in hearing about others.
Right. So I think it sounds to me, Pepperoncini, that you're, those of us who have interacted with you understand that you have a significant, sense of self, right? You have an idea, a perspective that, isn't arbitrary. It doesn't flail around. You think what you think, you feel what you feel, and you communicate those things.
I try to.
It's a credible, it's obvious, and it lends you a lot of credibility in a lot of situations. I would say people like you in general aren't very common.
Thank you. I guess that's nice.
Well,
I appreciate that.
It's a double-edged sword. That's why it can be a compliment, but in this situation, this is a literal handicap for you. These people have a much lower bar, and they derive a certain pleasure from just proximity to people and relatively superficial conversation. They get a little buzz from it. It fulfills them in a way that you will never know.
Okay.
Your
I guess that's true.
Your strength of self is it just kind of really puts you on an island with very few people.
Yes, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I guess in this situation, it's not even like a skill or a not. It's that this awkward conversation that you're kind of forced to endure at certain times, like you can't tolerate it, and it's a symptom of something else. I think this is interesting. I didn't think about this. You guys in chat, you know what I'm talking about? Do you have anybody like Pepperoncini? Maybe not exactly like Pepperoncini, but someone in your life who knows what they like. They have their interests. They don't suffer fools.
No amount of insight or expertise can prepare you for the depth of failure that accompanies looking really scared and shitting your pants before you pass away.
Namaste. Thank you so much for invoking the quote. That was L. Ron Comfort. Namaste. Communal vision from Orchestar. 2021 study using data from the BBC loneliness experiment in 46,054 people concluded that males reported higher feelings of loneliness than females. In particular, adolescent and adult males were more likely to be lonely. The U.S. Surgeon General's advisory also noted that loneliness and social isolation are bigger risk factors for suicide in men than for women. In 2022, nearly 4 in 5 deaths were from males. That last sentence is like I don't know how it relates to the rest of it, but it's interesting.
Well, I think it's saying 4 out of 5 deaths by suicide were from males in 2022.
Oh yeah, I guess.
That's
that's
probably
because they were just talking about
suicide.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I feel like for me that's not necessarily a problem because I do have people that I like spending time with. I really enjoy playing board games, and I'll go and play board games with people, and that's a way to kind of you don't have to worry about the small talk so much because you kind of like use the board game as a totem of like, no, we're here to focus on the thing, and there is conversation, and I think it actually like lubricates building a relationship with someone because you're there over like a shared hobby, so you can already have a common language to speak to them.
Right.
So I really enjoy that, and then for the amount of people that I'm saying you have to help these. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't want to kill myself, Orchestar.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're because when I said you're lonely, the position of your relative loneliness, and what you're describing, because a lot of people, what I mean is in the most general sense, people don't have the gag reflex that you have for these superficial conversations based on like really nothing, bullshit, so loneliness in your context means something different than these losers who are, suicidally ideating or just committing suicide. Completely different thing.
Yeah, that's fair. And Orchestra, I mean, I would love to. It's just honestly, it's a lot of work. to help
I'm
someone.
I'm a therapist. I get it. They are a lot of work. Depression.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If I have to hear one more person say I'm depressed, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna KMS.
Right. How about that treatment-resistant depression? It's like, okay, it's not a freaking, you don't need a medal.
I know. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Let's save that one. But listen, for now though, I do think it's interesting. I didn't really think about this aspect of awkward conversation being, in your context, being such a brutally, because do you ever find yourself stuck in it? How often do you find that? Or do you just like get out of there?
No, I do find myself stuck in it. Or to prevent myself from getting stuck into it, I just kind of become a bit of a standoffish asshole presenting. Not being rude, but just like not like sometimes I just won't even acknowledge some of the people there. Like I'll walk, I just don't want to do it. I know it's so bad. I feel bad for doing it, but it's like, okay, here's a woman I know, and so like in New Orleans, my wife has a friend group, and of the friend group, there are like 7 consistent female friends who have been together in the city or not for a long time, and they have slowly, and I came in early. I was one of the early spouses of these women, and then the other spouses started to come in, and I just couldn't connect with them, and it just got to the point where I just don't even try to have a conversation. I don't know how. No one said anything to me about this, that it's a problem, but they're just not very a lot of the men are not outgoing necessarily either, so I kind of chalk it up as like a default, and so I'll take those wins.
Right, you take the wins when you can.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so I do find myself, but yeah, I get into small talk. I go and there's a sandwich shop that I go to once, like every 1 or 2 weeks, and they're super nice. I'm regular there. They're really, all the staff is, I tip them well. They give me free shit. It's like the kind of relationship you want with like a place that you get food from. But I find myself getting into awkward conversation there because it's like I have to keep up a good relationship with these people. They make one of my favorite sandwiches in town, so I'll suffer it there for sure, and try my best to connect with them where it's like I'm making the extra effort. But a lot of the times, yeah, I'll just try not to put myself in the situation.
But even in that situation, yeah, it's a. So what do you do? Do you just do it when you're in that conversation, when you're in that situation?
Yeah, I will just I'll try to
Bradley,
find something.
you can do it. You can do it.
Bradley,
it's $10. Hold on, let me turn the YouTube things on. Bradley's talking shit. Bradley, you got the tools.
I got him mad? Oh, I got Bradley a little mad. Oh, Bradley's a little upset. Are you going to terminate me before I get to my fun conversation with Wesley?
What's on the sandwich, Cougar Pie says?
Great question. My favorite sandwich is called a Blue Healer, and it is a ciabatta bread, and it's roast beef, blue cheese, mozzarella cheese, cooked mushrooms, cooked onions, and tomato. Did that come through?
Yeah, I did. I'm just updating the button so the YouTube bits will show up.
Roast beef, gravy, sautéed mushrooms, tomato, red onion, blue cheese, and mozzarella cheese. That is the sandwich on a ciabatta.
So listen. From the other side of the fence, though, let's wrap it up with this question right here. How do you get through the awkward conversation then, from your position? Do you just do it and then get away from it when you can? Well, what's your strategy? What's the game plan?
Yeah, I think it's just like it depends on what my goal is, why I'm having the conversation in the first place, as opposed to opting out of it. But often it is, ingratiate or myself a little bit, and then and then talk, try to listen and learn something about them a little bit, and then be like, all right, cool, got my thing, finished my task, peace, catch you next time.
Okay. So, wow. I don't know if what I'm trying to do right now is like kind of pull out maybe something that people can get out of it, but I don't think you just kind of do what you do.
Maybe, can people just opt to not have the conversation at all?
Well, that's its own awkward thing. Yeah, maybe we'll get that. Maybe we'll get to that, guys. If you haven't experienced anywhere near what we're talking about right now, give us a call. Give us a call because I want to explore this aspect of it. This is an exciting new aspect of this that I hadn't even thought about. Of like the sort of intolerance of this ability of this specific kind of awkward conversation. Okay, well, listen, Pepperoncini, you've given me a great deal to think about tonight. I want to thank you for your contributions.
Yeah, can I just give a couple, a little housekeeping?
Please do.
Okay, Leslie mentioned it, but we have a website.
That's right, we do. That's right, we do. We have the website, the main website here. Well, it doesn't really matter unless they're in the Community of Devoted Light right now. But continue, yes.
What I'm saying is, if you are not in the Community of Devoted Light, sign up with Leslie's Patreon, join the Community of the Devoted Light. $5 a month gets you access to our private website. We are having private streams over there. We got a ton of the features that Twitch already has. We're doing VODs over there, okay? It's got the buttons with the naked stuff on it. There's going to be so much more going on over there. Get in on the ground floor. You're going to be able to earn points. It's got a special star mode. We're going to have not only the private events, but we're doing some secret movie nights where we watch movies that we can't watch on Twitch. So that's an extra benefit. That's just a fringe benefit that you get. Come on over. I want to see people. I don't get a commission at all, Space Grime. I'm paying for this month's hosting bill, so I'm paying for this for you guys to come over. Leslie gets it all. It's to build the program. It's to build the compound. It's to build all of the content that he's going. Fluxstorm, sign up. You'll see star mode. It's next to your night. It's dark mode and light mode up there on the top. Check it out. But sign up for that $5 a month on the Patreon. I don't want to see people. I want to see that trigger going off in the chat that you signed up. $5. Go do it.
Truly, we're at the beginning of something very special. The Twitch, let alone the internet, has not seen a program this effective and being fleshed out on this level. The people in my field could only dream to be as effective as we will be in the coming months and years, and this is the beginning of what is yet to come. So namaste, Pepperoncini, a special namaste to you for facilitating such huge evolutions in the past couple weeks.
Thank you, Guru. It's my pleasure to do it, to see it work, to see how excited you've been about those streams, the energy you've been bringing to them.
I'm so excited. I am. It's communicating because I am. I'm titillated to just be going.
Yeah, it is cheaper than a Twitch sub. And Leslie gets more of it than he gets from a Twitch sub.
Yes, 100%.
Right? Twitch takes half of that fucking sub. It's disgraceful. It honestly disgusts me. So I don't know, Leslie, would you say if would you rather you want people to be a sub on Twitch or a sub on Patreon?
Oh, easily. Listen, Twitch makes us, this is how I like to see it, right? When we're on twitch.tv, especially now that we're developing our own situation, Twitch basically makes us pay rent to be here, right? They makes it, and we pay, ultimately we pay, of the subs at least, is about half. And with the bits, the percentage is getting smaller and smaller and smaller as the years go on. So when you break it down, yeah, I mean, Patreon only takes 8% of the whatever tier anyone signs up for. And it's a much better deal. And also you get, from your perspective, you get way more for the Patreon sub than a Twitch sub. You get, I mean, there's the videos, the podcasts, I mean, all that shit that I say all the time. Music downloads, the postcard. You get a fucking postcard. You can spend $6 here for a sub, or you can do $5 at Patreon and get a postcard and private streams. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer in my mind, but you know, people like things for different reasons.
True. Maybe they don't want to see ads on Twitch. I get it. But listen, go sign up. The Jazz Express will be on the website. We'll figure that out. We're going to have it. So literally, you can do both. Of course, Flux, you do both. I do both. But on the website, and I'm sorry, Leslie, I'm going to go after this. I promise.
No, go ahead.
I just want to sell this a little bit more. But on the website right now, Leslie and I, right before the stream, we're working on, and I think we got it cracked, having all of the redeems. So all of the bit redeems that you can do on Twitch, all of the background redeems, those will all be buttons on the website on the stream. And we'll figure out a way to get, you know, people who have the Patreon, they'll get some free credit to be able to activate communal visions and things like that as we build this out.
Right. Well,
so, yeah.
All of the function, right? Yeah, the past stream we had to do a little double take. We still had to use Twitch chat to interact with some of the buttons. And that's why those buttons were live at the beginning of the stream, and I had to very, very quickly remove them from your guys' hands. It's gonna be a whole switch.
I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking hyped, dude.
Namaste.
All right. Catch you later.
Namaste, Pepperoncini. Now I'm also hyped. Blessings. Wow. Wow. Yeah. To say that we're hyped is an understatement of the century. There's a lot of things going on in a year, like 6 months to a year from now, things will be looking very differently. Very differently around here. It's going to be very exciting, to say the least. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's Poor.
Poor! Namaste, brother Poor. How are you?
I'm okay. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, I can hear loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wonderful. You're a little soft.
Good to know. Okay, I'll just shout.
Yeah, just give us your outside voice.
Okay, I'm outside.
Well, then that's perfect. Okay. Poor, it's wonderful to speak to you. Let's just start with how you're feeling tonight. How are you feeling tonight?
You know, I'm okay. My nose is runny. Walking in a big field and watching the sunset.
And the sunset, is the sunset nice? Is it substandard? What's your call on it? Rated out of 10.
Out of 10, it's like a 6.5.
6.5. Not that good.
It's good. No, it's good. Maybe like a 7. It's a 7. It's pretty good. The moon is like a cool little sliver toenail right now. I like it.
But you've seen better.
Yeah, I've seen better. I've seen a lot of really good ones.
Well, that's a perfect weird conversation to have. This is already strange, right? Of course, I understand it. I'm a sort of authority in being able to converse and navigate these waters. But I don't think I've ever heard a person just like squarely start critiquing the hand of God in this way. You're saying that this is a substandard sunset. You've seen better. You're not having this like kind of sense of oneness with the world around you. You're not reflecting. You're not shifting any paradigms. You're just like, I don't like this.
Yeah, it's a good one, Leslie. I like it, but if I'm gonna rate it out of 11, like we used to on Talking Tanner, 9 out of 11 scale, it's just like it's not a 7/11. It's a 6.5 out of 11. Just put it under 7, under 9, under 8, 10, 11. So it's good.
Well, this is okay. Beautiful. What I'm still feeling from this is just like there's a lack. And I think people are generally uncomfortable with this lack. So the sunset that you're around right now, if you were going to turn this sunset into, let's say, a 9, anywhere between a 9 and a 10, what would be different about it? What would you add, take away? How would you modify it?
Some like cool cumulus clouds, and the moon would be a little bit lower in the sky. Mostly I think just the clouds right now are making it just kind of, it's good. I think for most people out there, it would be like a 9 or even like a 10. It's a good sunset, but it's like,
But even then, this is like you're not only, just to break down what you just shared, not only is this a like not that great of a sunset for you in your opinion, but if you do think it's a great sunset, you're a fucking idiot, which most people are in your opinion.
It's like I'm in a beautiful valley. It's like really green and verdant, and like all these cool grasses.
Can you speak up a little bit, outside voice?
Yeah, I got it all. It's just really pretty. It's like unmatched pretty, but it's like, for here. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. No, listen. I'm trying to give you a compliment. I think you're doing a great job. I think more often than not in real life, would you say that you go along to get along, or would you say that you're a stick in the mud sometimes when you need to be?
A little bit of both. I go along like crazy, though.
Mother Nipplebottom, Communal Vision. This conversation is neither awkward nor inappropriate, so what is the point, Mother Nipplebottom?
It's not awkward?
Well, it depends on your opinion of awkward. Right now, we're exploring his bitchy little standards for a sunset. And it's been a while since I've heard somebody be like kind of cunty about the sunset. Where's technology wife? How about that rain? We really needed that. Did you remember your umbrella? I forgot mine.
What umbrella? We don't use umbrellas. Ugh. How about that rain? It sure is raining.
I'm not saying that I want to reshape your personality, but I am saying that if you were to reshape your personality, it'd be a lot more effective.
How can we do that?
Yes, we can. Now, what I've been trying to sort of suss out. I'm sort of like, what I feel like I'm doing right now is I've got a pan with like a sieve on it, and I'm sifting through the sediments in a river to try to get little pieces of gold. And we got some, and I'm excited about it. I'm enthused, I'm jacked about it with you right now. But what I am going to say is that what we need to do is we need to make the most out of the gold that we're sifting out. Now, you are a sort of covert bitch. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
You're kind of a like an under the radar bitch. And sometimes I would imagine that you're being a bitch to someone and they don't even know.
Yeah, that's how I like it. I want the people I don't like to still like me.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I want to reshape. Mother Nipplebottom, communal vision. Mother Nipplebottom says, be someone else's best self instead of purely being yourself. Is that what you mean, Guru? Be someone else's best self instead of purely being yourself. Be someone else's best self instead of being purely yourself. Be someone else's best self. I see where you're going. I see where you're going. Mother Nipplebottom, you're a couple steps ahead of the game. You're a couple steps ahead of the game. Right now, I suppose we could look at it through that lens. What I'm trying to get out of Purr, and how we're going to reshape your personality a little bit, not fundamentally, we don't need to worry about that aspect right now, as much as I would love to fundamentally reshape your personality. However, what I would like to do for now is just work out a muscle that will eventually allow us to reshape your personality. And this muscle is going from a covert bitch to an overt bitch.
Okay. I can give it a shot.
Okay. Now go ahead. Let's put a little, like, have you ever prayed before? Did you grow up religious at all?
Yeah, I went to a Christian school. We were right next to a firehouse, and we had to stop what we were doing and pray every time that we heard the siren. Okay,
so the reason I ask is, and I felt pretty confident that you know what I was talking about, but the reason I ask is because if I say to pray or like put together a prayer, there's like something in your head for that.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, so right now what I want to put together is a prayer that, and rather than thanking God for a sunset and thanking God for what you have, I want you to overtly criticize God's creation of this sunset, the valley, and everything going on around you. I want you to be the most nasty little bitch you can even possibly think of, all right?
Okay.
Okay, I'll be God.
Okay, as long as God's talking, that makes it a little easier.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. It's like if you're just going solo, maybe it's a little difficult, but I'll be God, and I'll provide a little bit of back and forth to get your mind going, okay? Okay, here I am. I'll get it started. So, again, overt bitch, just a catty, cunty, I want you to just really just let it all out. Let it all out. Dig deep. If you feel like you're faking it, keep going. Find some vitriol. All right. Okay. Poor, I've given you this sunset. Communal vision from Mother Nipplebottom. Dear God, please be better. You have let too many fuckers live, and that puts too much pressure on the rest of us. And sometimes your sunsets suck too. That's a beautiful starting spot. I think we could push that a little more. I do. I think we can push that a little more. All right, but let's send this to you, Purr. Okay. Okay, Purr, my son. Here is a sunset for your enjoyment.
This is like this is the one that they made. This is for me.
Yeah. So now you're talking to God. You think of like a prayer. Think of.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I'm talking to God right now.
Oh, this is for you. Yes, this is for you.
Okay, I guess. That's cool.
Okay, I guess I made the sun and the moon.
The moon's alright. It's a really okay sunset you made for me. Thanks.
Something tells me you're not completely satisfied with the sunset, Purr, my son.
Like it's fine. Yeah, no, I'm satisfied with it, but like I thought like if God is gonna make me a sunset, I thought maybe I would have just like a sense of awe to it, or like a little razzle dazzle, and I didn't really get
Razzle dazzle. I made a sun. I made a star.
It does it every day. It wasn't. You didn't make that for me. Like that. It's just there. You did that.
Oh,
anyway.
okay then. All right then. What would it look like?
Yeah, some cool clouds in.
For
We have
you.
some cool purples, and yeah. You don't even like this is even my favorite color palette. Like I need some. It'd be cool if I had some purple.
Mother nipple
Like
bottom.
any
Dear
color,
God, the
but
sun is
it's
too
gonna-
fucking hot and I can only see by the moon a couple nights a month. What is the point, God?
Yeah, it's like some people live where it sucks, and they can't even see the moon.
Yeah, blind people are not my fault. Blind people are the devil's fault.
So yeah, but like, he's doing a really good job at like making people miserable. You're doing a pretty lousy job at like comparatively making people happy. At least stupid people get to be happy. Maybe it's whatever. It's fine. Thanks.
Wow. Okay, well, you're okay. Thanks for the notes, I guess.
Yeah. Like I've seen enough.
All right, I'm gonna kill you now.
Go for it. Go for it. If you made this whole thing nice enough for me to even give a shit, maybe I'd complain a little bit. Do it, bitch.
I'm gonna do it for real.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. This is
Yeah.
for real this time. I'm not fucking around. I can do whatever I want.
Smite me. Hey, smite this. Ah.
Did you just pull your penis out?
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing my crotch through my pants. Sticking my tongue out to the sky, to the heavens. Ah.
Did you just wave your little pecker around at God?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe like a real God, like a nice God who's good at his job wouldn't tell his chosen people to cut it all up all weird. Hey, fucking weirdo.
All right, well, I gotta go.
Bye.
But you're gonna die soon because you
Sure,
fucking suck.
Yeah, sure. My ass.
You're a little piece of shit.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Eight 205-9484. Where's Toaster and where's Jen, right? Where's Toaster and where's Jen? You know, on Saturday on our private stream, we covered the theme of why haven't you killed yourself? Now, if there was a stream for Jen and Toaster, I think they both could have really shined like diamonds. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
You can call me XXV.
XXV, good to hear from you, brother. How are you tonight?
I'm doing all right.
Doing all right. Doing all right. No, I partially believe you.
Yeah, well, I'm not dead yet. I guess that's about as best I can say.
Yeah. As we've covered several times, your life isn't so great.
No.
You're in a lot of pain, and there's not really an outlet for it.
Well, that's why I called in. I thought I'd give myself a shot at having an awkward conversation.
Well, let's do it. Let's get right down to it. Awkward, inappropriate conversation. Now, how often do you find yourself in an awkward or inappropriate conversation?
Pretty regularly.
Okay.
You know, I'm kind of a misanthrope.
Okay, what does that look like?
You know, I'm at the VA hospital, right? And some dipshit thinks that just because we were both in the Army together, you know, not even served together, that he can start up a conversation with me and that I'll have some sort of empathy or even care what he's talking about.
Communal vision from Pepperoncini. XXV, more like suck suck peen. Just kidding. I'm trying to channel Phil Z because I miss him. I'm gay, and you are too.
Well, I'm ace, but yeah. I mean, I'm not straight.
By ace, you mean asexual?
Yeah. So have you ever been in a conversation where you're just like in public, you're minding your own business, you know, maybe you're at the comic book store or the game store and you're looking at something and then some scuzzy, smelly dude walks up and says, "Oh, I played that game, you know, blah, blah, blah." And they're trying to connect with you. And I'm like, you haven't even showered today, dude. Why do I want to hang out with you? Why do I want to get to know who you are?
Right. So you're saying you don't want to know people that smell.
Well, not only that, but I mean, like, they don't get social cues. Like, I'll be sitting there, and I like to be at least cordial or polite. But what I really want to do is tell this dude to shut the fuck up. I don't know who you are. I don't want to talk to you. But instead of doing that, I say something like, uh-huh, or yeah. You know, I give like one-word answers to try and indicate to this person that I don't want to fucking talk to you, but I'm not, I guess, an asshole enough to just tell you to go pound sand somewhere.
Even though that's what you have in your heart.
Yeah. Because I've been conditioned to be at least somewhat polite in public.
Interesting. All right. Well, listen, I think we could, you've given us a couple different directions we could go in. But one direction I want to go in with you is this VA, because that's a really interesting place to start, a VA hospital. Now,
yeah.
Go ahead. Now, those of us that are unfamiliar with the very particular vibe at a VA hospital, can you go ahead and describe to the chat what you can expect as a veteran seeking, you know, resources at a VA hospital?
All right. Well, I'm kind of on the young side for people that go to the VA hospital. I'm almost 50, but most of the people are 70s, 80s, I'd say. There might still be a few Korean War veterans, but the lion's share of them are these grizzled old fucks that were in Vietnam and talking about how they got sprayed with Agent Orange and how they were in the Hanoi Hilton and all that bullshit, you know, like they're some sort of tough guy. And
but really they're old and they're weak and they're kind of pussies and you could probably beat their ass.
Yeah, I could definitely break them in half right there, you know. I mean, maybe 50 years ago we would have had a go, but you know, their time in the sun is come and gone. They need to just shut the fuck up, let us young guys get the care that we need, and stop, you know, stinking up the hospital and taking up all the resources.
Right. So there's some anger there. Okay, interesting. So this sounds to me like a perfect. A lot of people, we, like you put it, conditioned to be polite in public. But this is really only limiting many of our potential power that could be expressed out of each and every one of our hearts and minds. Now, a lot of people, part of this conditioning to be polite in public really means, when it comes to old people, being very tolerant of some really noxious qualities of their personality. When really, you could not ask for a more perfectly teed up situation to really express yourself in a very awkward, inappropriate, and hostile way. Because they are a burden. they are overly confident. They do have the sense of entitlement.
Yeah, like he's like, one guy was like, I killed Charlie with a fucking entrenching tool. What did you do today? I'm like, well, you know, I had a fucking shit that was as hard as a brick because of this drugs the doctor gave me.
He said, I killed Charlie with, what is it?
An entrenching tool. It's like that shovel, you know, you see the shovels on the back of the pack in those war movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like when Charlie sneaks up on them and gets in the wire and they're like sleeping and they don't have their gun, and the closest thing is like their helmet or some sort of hard object, so they beat the dude to death with it instead of shooting him because the guy had a stranglehold on him or something.
Right. So you're just chilling, right? You're waiting in line. You're waiting for fucking ever. You got yet another appointment that you had to wait forever for. You're looking to get your drug or either the drug or the amount of the drug reviewed, and then you got this old bitch talking to you about something that he maybe didn't even do 50 fucking years ago.
Or I ejected over Ho Chi Minh City and fucking spent 7 years in the Hanoi Hilton and got raped every day, and my wife left me and my kids hate me, you know. Right.
And there's plenty to hate about what that guy said. So let's do this. Let's do a little act out. We'll be at the VA. I'll be this old, dying, like, delusional fuck who you hate. And rather than just kind of being polite, I want to just take step by step through this conversation, okay?
Oh, so do you want me to say what I would actually say if I could get away with being like a dickhead?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, ready? So, okay, 3, 2, 1. Is it, you been here for a while?
Well, you know, it's the pharmacy line. You gotta wait your turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. What are you doing here? You're kind of young.
Well, I got some issues. You know how the Army is.
I mean, it's a lot easier now than when I was in it.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, what did you see that I didn't see?
I was deployed in Ho Chi Minh City, and I was raped 4 times a day.
Oh, well, I guess that sucks, huh?
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, that's one word to use it. And I had to beat a guy to death. I had to pull a tooth out of my mouth and kill a guy with my tooth.
Well, how did you get captured?
I had about 18 little guys sneak up on me, little Asian guys.
Were you awake or asleep?
This is sort of a twilight.
So were you on sentry duty or were you behind the wire?
That night I was behind the wire. I was filling in.
Oh, so that means that your sentry's fucked up. I mean, did you get some revenge on him?
Don't talk shit about my sentry.
Well, either your sentry got his throat slit or he fell asleep, one or the other. I mean, at least if he died, he went out with his boots on. But if he just fucking fell asleep like that dude in the Platoon movie and then blamed Charlie Sheen about it and then you got ass raped 4 times, I'm sorry, but that's not my problem.
Not your problem. You're my brother. You're supposed to be talking to me with some goddamn respect.
Well, first of all, I'm a veteran from a different era. Second of all, I don't know who you are. And third of all, I don't know what your rank was, so I don't really give a shit.
This is the most unpleasant... You're the most unpleasant guy I've met in this entire fucking facility. I've been coming here for 30 years. I've never been so disrespected.
well, maybe you need somebody to give it to you straight. Maybe people have been coddling you. Maybe people hear you, oh, I fucking stayed in the Hanoi Hilton, blah, blah, blah. Fucking Nguyen got, he saw me and he took my ass.
I would, listen, if somebody could get me a Monster energy drink, I would beat the fuck out of you right now.
Give me your walker and I'll beat you to death with it.
Go get me a Monster and I'd love to see you try.
Come on, man.
Give me a Red Bull.
You probably have a fucking heart attack just singing it or just drinking it.
No way. I'm like Wolverine. You ever seen X-Men?
Oh, whatever. You're too old to fucking know who the X-Men are.
Can you imagine getting your ass taken by Wolverine? That's what I would do to you.
Well, Wolverine is about 35 years old, at least physically.
You don't know shit about the lore. He's like immortal. He's like 500 years old.
I know he's immortal, but he appears to be 35 years old. So, and I'm almost 50. So I'm not in the habit of taking on people 15 years younger than me. And I'm definitely not in the habit of kicking people's asses that are 30 years older than me. But you pushed a button, and I just think right now that I just want to find the closest hard object and beat your head in.
All right, and scene. Wow, how did that feel?
Well, I wish I could say that stuff in real life, but
what would happen though if you did? What would happen?
Well, I would never have gotten that far because somebody else would have stepped in, and then I'd either be arguing with two people or being frog marched out of the hospital.
Even if he was being a handful?
If he was being a handful, they'd give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a crusty old fuck and I'm relatively young.
Where's Technology Wife says claim denied? For who? Who do you think won? Who got their claim denied? Who walked out of there the loser? Who walked out of that interaction the bitch?
I will tell you, if you spent 1 second in the country of Vietnam or in the waters, like in the littoral waters of Vietnam, you already get a claim for Agent Orange. It's already assumed that you were exposed to Agent Orange. Now, I got to prove all this other fucking shit. I got to wait another 20 years before they decide that all that shit that they burned in the air gave me fucking lung cancer or asthma or whatever the hell it's going to do to me. So, you know, the same way they had to wait for Agent Orange to get approved like 30, 40 years after they got out of the war. It's the same thing's going to happen to me.
Well, the nipple bottom says, seems like you could just not answer the guy. Be deaf on demand.
I don't know. That's not really an option at these places.
Well,
though I did make the mistake of interacting with them by trying to be polite at the beginning. You know, just by acknowledging him.
Yeah, you did, but that's all it takes for someone like that to embroil you.
Yeah, but as part of the exercise, I thought that the exercise wouldn't go too far if I at least didn't participate in the minimum.
I was gonna say that deliberately we were stretching out how it could go if you just let it out. Now,
yeah, because if you really wanted my personal opinion, if I didn't go off on the guy, I wouldn't have said shit to him, and then you would have just been sitting there holding your dick.
Right. I mean, it's very frustrating. I mean, that's a strategy. The strategy of silence. It's difficult for someone like that to sort of, like, you know, spin their wheels alone without interaction. Ultimately, they're thirsty for the interaction. They want to be sort of slapped around back. It's how they understand affection. But you know this. You know that you've talked to so many guys like this already. Well, listen, I think ultimately the point of this exercise with you tonight, XXV, wasn't necessarily so that you could do exactly this at the next time you're at the VA, but to sort of stretch your mind a little bit and make you what's in your heart more tangible, more immediate. Because there's a lot of power in who you are and what you have inside of you, even though it's detestable, it's rude, it's violent, it's petty, it's shitty, right? But to draw that out, to draw the infection closer to the surface of your skin was the point of that exercise. So next time I'd like to think that you go to the VA, that you'll have a little bit more of that energy closer to the surface. Mother Nipple Bottom, communal vision. If you know your lungs are going, can you smoke as many cigs as you want?
I guess you could, but I don't get enjoyment from it. I'd rather smoke weed if I was going to smoke something.
Mm-hmm. You don't like that little nicotine buzz?
I've had it before with like Zen pouches or like dip and stuff, and I didn't feel good to me. It put me on edge. I like to be more mellow if I'm getting a mellow high, not like a coke high or an energy high.
Yeah. You ever smoke a spliff with tobacco and weed?
No, I've done either gummies or other edibles, or I've had a couple of joints, but never anything, never really anything with tobacco in it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Other than the dip. I back when I was in the Army, a buddy of mine let me have some like dip pouches. They weren't even like, it wasn't even like cut, like long cut. It was like in a pouch. So.
Yeah, there's somebody. Tony G33 says dip has 4 times the amount of caffeine or nicotine.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't like it, because if I got the equivalent amount of nicotine as like maybe a cigarette, maybe that wouldn't have been such a rush. But because of your buccal membranes and stuff like that, it has less of a barrier than going through your lungs, because your lungs filter it out.
Okay. Wow. Well, listen, XXV, thank you for calling tonight. It was a lot of fun. It was gratifying to kind of exercise that out for you. And how did it feel to just kind of let it out towards that old fuck?
I wish there were more old fucks that I could go off on with no consequences, to be honest.
Namaste. Well, I think I see a more actualized version of yourself in this respect. That I think there is power that you have inside of you to let out towards these old men, and also that you will be doing them a favor. They want, ultimately, people who start thrashing around like that, it is very childlike. They want to be met with a force that overcomes them. They want to be swaddled. They want to be handled. That's how they understand. So I think you'd ultimately, whenever you can do it, I think you'd be, in the grand scheme, really be doing them a favor by putting a diaper on them and walking them like a dog.
Maybe I'll find the next guy I see with a POW license plate and just like shit on him somehow.
There we go. That could be. That sounds like a podcast to me. Real quick, final communal vision from Mother Nipple Bottom. Chat cannot talk about oral unless it is inappropriate. I mean, that's a. Once again, tall order. Tall order. You're talking about people that are to push themselves along this path of inappropriate oral sex. But we talk about, in the narcissistic way we flatter ourselves and talking about these quote-unquote taboo topics in sort of cookie-cutter ways. Mother Nipple Bottom, pushing the community. Namaste. Listen, XXV, thank you for calling. I appreciate your energy tonight.
Sure, no problem.
Namaste, brother.
Namaste.
All right, I got to take a piss. It's pee break time. Guys, sit around for a couple details about my community of devoted light. I'm going to go relieve myself, and we'll be back with the second half of tonight's exploration, awkward or inappropriate conversations, life skill night. Namaste, everybody. I'll be right back in just a moment.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, listen, I know your time is precious, let me cut to the chase. But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com. where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. Today we have a very special guest, Edgar. Edgar, why don't you go ahead and say a little something about yourself?
Hi, My name's Edgar. I used to be a meth addict, and now
Used to be.
Yeah, yep. And now I'm high on life.
Edgar, be honest.
Okay, I'm high.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Welcome on back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, as you know, the host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country. I want to say welcome to Phoenix Fajita, who joined us during the break. Namaste. So can we get some namastes in chat right now for Phoenix Fajita, formerly joining the most effective personal power program in the country. Wonderful addition here. Very excited about your contributions and energy. Blessings and namaste to Phoenix Fajita tonight on Explorations. Well, guys, that was a couple words, as always, about my community of devoted light. And as we've discussed a little bit here and there, we are developing some absolutely revolutionary tools. Pepper and Chini and I have put our heads together and created a privately hosted streaming situation. So guys, we've got a platform through which to explore explorations, really boundary pushing topics, really life transformative exercises, and all free of TOS. Terms of service. There are no rules, no censors, no authorities or experts limiting our human expression. So if that sounds good and you'd like the monthly postcard and and access to the archive of materials, maybe what you need to consider is my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Namaste. For a couple dollars a month, like I said, it's a better cut for me for the program, but also bang for your buck. There is so much to enjoy over there on the community of devoted light. So many materials at your fingertips tonight should you decide to join. Namaste. And we're doing these weekly private streams. We'll be doing another one this Saturday too. Very excited to get that going. But anyway, namaste. It's like Leslie's very own Truth Social. Exactly. I think that's a very appropriate thing to compare it to. Namaste, and thank you so much, One Ron. Appreciate that. So how are we? We've got time for a handful of more calls. Let's go ahead and turn that line back on. 872-205-9484. Awkward Inappropriate Conversations. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
What's up, you string bean looking motherfucker? It's Fram.
It's Fram. Fram Weard, how are we tonight, brother?
Yeah, no, we're the same. We can move on from that.
We're the same?
Yeah. It's going the same as it always goes.
Who's we? You and me? Because I'm doing great.
Yeah, you and me can move on from the topic of how I'm doing. What the fuck does everyone?
We're doing
understand
great.
English?
Yeah, first, I don't believe that you're doing great. You're kind of you're.
See, you don't believe that I'm doing great. That's like, I didn't say that. I said I'm doing the same. I'm doing the same as I usually am. And so you and I can take a journey together that's away from this topic.
Yeah, you said did you say we're doing, did Fram say we're doing great or we're doing the same or something?
Yeah, ask Shaq, because I don't fucking remember.
You fired it off very quickly and very presumptively, and I'm having trouble pulling on my memory banks.
Yeah, you're having trouble pulling on your memory banks?
Yeah, like 2XL. He used to say, let me access my memory banks. Remember that?
No, I don't remember anybody ever saying that.
Okay. One's in chat if you interacted with a 2XL back in the day. No, I did. That was the last caller. I said, imagine getting raped by Wolverine. That would suck.
I mean...
Bipolar. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, continue. You mean what?
I guess
you mean what, Fram? You mean what?
Wolverine. No, I was thinking about it. There's no real upside to getting raped by Wolverine. But I mean, you could be like, what's up? I got raped by Wolverine.
I mean, it'd be a story. Sure, that'd be a real story.
Exactly, yeah.
And also, if you're in one of those kind... You know, a lot of us, you know, with experience of difficulties in life, maybe you're familiar with pissing contests, right? Where people very passively start talking about their relative, difficulties in life, and it becomes a little bit of a competition. Have you ever been in a situation like that?
Yeah, it's pretty much constant in 2026. I feel like I can't talk to anybody without them trying to be like, well, actually, it's worse for me by 0.3%. So
actually, I have treatment-resistant depression.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you think about that? What do you think about your treatment now, bitch?
Well, but I'm just mean like if you're having a little pissing contest, and everybody's talking about their rape or whatever, but then you just say, you pull out, I was raped by Wolverine, you pretty much win.
Right. That feels like because that. It feels aggressive to me, and so that's what makes it the winner. It's a passive-aggressive contest, and you cut the passive right out of it.
Right, but in a way that also inspires sympathy.
True, yeah. It's probably I mean, I don't think I've been in an analogous situation, but it feels like it would be really uncomfortable to experience. Someone kind of aggressively and excitedly coming at you to tell you that tragically they were raped by Wolverine.
Right, exactly. I think you the word tragic. I think we all understand what that means when we imagine Wolverine coming at you like that.
Yeah, that's going to be a real one-sided transaction there. It's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a one-way street, and you not for you.
Not for you.
Yeah. All right.
Wolverine's gonna.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn the slur safety back on here. Let me just click it back on. All right, we're good.
Turn the what back on?
Oh, the slur safety? I have it on my phone.
The swear safety?
No, the slur, because we're not on the private platform, so I kind of set up this separation between the two things.
So yes, I know. We're not it's kind of I've actually had I have to remind myself, because I enjoy the freedom of our private streams so much that when we switch back to these, I'm like, you have to pay attention now.
Yeah. I'm going to get you I think I'm going to get you a big framed, I don't know, I'll probably keep it pretty plain, but something to put behind your desk that says, do not say, the word that we wish we could say right now.
Right. And we all know the word that we're all thinking right now. Now, and that's kind of erotic though, too. That's like a difference between here and there. It's like, there we can just say it, we don't have to think about it. But here, we have to be like, oh no, I can't say it. It's got this like the old-timey leg sticking out of the slit in the dress behind the door frame or something. It's like,
yeah.
It's like
it's
sexy,
like
to be like a you-know-what, a bunch of you-know-whats. I was
you need to wade back into the oppression of not being able to say the things that you want to say.
Right.
And then they get, you know, like absence makes the heart grow fonder. You kind of recharge your enthusiasm for these things. And then when you let one loose, you know, on a Saturday stream. Oh, sorry, I thought there was a cat like 4 feet away from me. Then when you let one loose on a Saturday stream, it feels very powerful. It is very powerful. People experience it powerfully.
Indeed they do. Indeed they do. I think I'm excited to continue to explore this balance. Now, okay, so listen, let's just, Fram, you're kind of, I'm having a similar experience talking to you right now that I was having with a kook, in a different way, but in a way that like you're pretty well versed in just coming in hot and kind of just being a bitch.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm really good at that.
Yeah, I don't think you have any qualms about that. There's nothing to really like work out and stretch out, because I feel like it might actually be opposite for you in a way that like, well, not even that, because you're a genuine guy.
Huh.
I was gonna say maybe like awkward is like not awkward to you, or like the vice versa, like you being genuine might be more awkward than not. But you're a very sincere, you have a very sincere mode though.
And I do think awkwardness is really funny, even when I'm experiencing it. And when somebody is laughing, like, I'm not really laughing at the person. It's just kind of a retarded, ridiculous situation. And I think the breeze is funny sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just laugh at shit a lot, and it kind of, it helps people not feel the awkwardness. It helps banish the awkwardness.
Well, let's go ahead and let's jump in. What's an awkward conversation that you can recall from your memory? Like when I put that to you, an awkward or inappropriate conversation, what's like the first thing that comes to mind?
You know, like someone, man, I always have trouble pulling out concrete examples. I always go for the abstract shit. But like, I don't know, just somebody that you don't really have, like a coworker, will just, you know, there's an office. It doesn't matter how cool or fucking woke or liberal your office is. There's rules to presenting yourself at work or whatever, and this makes everybody very awkward. So like my team that I used to work with every day at Twitch was very awkward, and that shit was funny to me.
They just didn't know how to talk to each other.
It was just like someone would come up and be like, "You busy?" Like, what is it? Just you're here speaking to me, so not anymore. Just like talk, dude. And it's just funny to me. Like, are you interrupting me to ask if you can interrupt me? Like the fucking train has left the station already, man. Like, what's up?
Right. They're so afraid of their penis they can't even like, can I have a penis? And it's like, you have a penis already. What are you talking to me about?
Yeah, and I mean, no, you go ahead.
Well, Pepperoncini had a communal vision. Hey, Fram, BVS 420, I need Fram to reach into my Dockers and stretch out my tiny little bullshit. He sounds so hot.
Yeah, I already reached in and stretched out port 80.
You reached his little his quote tiny little bullshit out?
Yeah, yep.
How was it stretchy?
Out early. I'm gonna be honest, it was like a hot dog in a hallway, but we can fix that with technology.
Hot dog in a hallway.
Yeah.
Was it at least bun length?
That's one of my favorite. What's that?
Was it at least bun length?
The hot dog thumb length?
Was the hot dog? You said the hot dog. His penis was like a hot dog in a hallway. Now, was the hot dog bun length, or was it like you got it at Aldi?
His little shit is the hallway, and what I shoved into his little shit is the hot dog.
Oh, okay. This analogy is not going the way I thought.
We just keep getting mixed up a little bit. It's, you know, I don't know which one of our mental illnesses is causing this, but it's one of us.
I'm not ill, so it must be yours. Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Fram is really gay, and he has a small penis and is a gay AI. Just a quick reminder to chat.
You're not mentally ill, and yet you have men paying to say their words. Like,
Like,
is that a mentally healthy thing to do?
Well, it's a generous thing to do. It's a burdensome thing
That's
to do on
true.
my end, to offer this
It is
service.
burdensome, but I didn't think about the generosity angle. That kind of...
No, yeah, I think you're confusing. I think you're so used to mental illness and mental, cognitive disability, hanging out with people with like head trauma, that when you see just like genuine, competent generosity, it kind of flips your mind.
It's just because it is it's definitely mentally ill behavior. Like extreme generosity, that is suspect. But it kind of
is
tricks
most
you
of
at
the
first.
time. Yeah, it is most of the time
because it's a beneficial mental illness, and if a mental illness is beneficial, is it really a mental illness? So like we're getting into all kinds of like.
Well, this is how twisted your life has been. Is that when you see somebody being generous, there has to be something wrong with them. But in this case, I am really just virtuous, and I'm doing a good thing. I'm a good person doing a good thing for people that need it. Whereas Technology Wife says, I'm paying a fortune for this right now. Oh my God, I need to see a doctor.
She can do that. She has so much money, dude. A doctor would probably go to her house right now. Maybe not the doctor you would prefer, but one of them motherfuckers will come over.
Yeah. Well, I'm paying a fortune for this. What is this? Are we talking about this, the program right now?
Sometimes the things Tech Wife says don't have like a referent, you know what I'm saying? Like she's not referring to anything.
Right. Okay. So it's like
this is a blank for you to fill in and to not ask questions about or clarify, and then you let you kind of let the autistic individual move through the world at their own pace, you know what I'm saying?
I see. People sometimes people just speak like that on the internet, and it's a burden to me. I wish we could just speak in a more concrete fashion, but we can all get our druthers, and there's information in the abstract as well.
Yeah, I know we share this in common. It's really frustrating to be a perfectly understandable master of language and still have these fucking reprobates acting like they don't know what you mean.
100%. You really hit the nail on the head. Now,
I've never misspoken in my fucking life, dude.
Bram, I believe you. I believe you. Don't even. Not only do I
and when
believe
you think you got me, it's actually me that's got you. Think about that shit.
Communal vision real quick from Cougar Pie. Who is the Latino man that you're speaking with, Leslie? His name is Fram Weard. How does it feel to be referred to as a Latino man? How does that feel?
This silence is me ignoring Kook. I just think for the
Pepperoncini says he's Latinx with the X.
Yeah, I'm Latinx, by the way.
Remember when...
What's funny is like more of my family that I still talk to is Mexican and is white, so it is a confusing situation for me to be in as well.
You know what? Remember when they published like the actual numbers on Latinx of like who, like whether they had even heard of it, and then of the 8% of polled Latin Americans, that like 2% actually preferred it, but like 92% were just like, okay.
Because it's like fucking retarded, dude.
I finally, it brought me around to it. It brought me around to it because really, like that's the most trolling shit you could do. Make up a name for a whole race, that the one that they don't even know about.
Yeah, that's kind of like,
and act like it's a gift. Fram, for an autistic, I do better than most people at comprehending and understanding you when you exhibit your mastery of the English language.
Yeah, that's an autistic thing. You got a little bit of savantism going there, right? My English is so platonic that you are drawn to it. Your autistic soul is drawn to it. Is the soul autistic, or is the mind, or the body? Have we figured that out? Like, what part? Where does the autism go?
That's a good question, and I will not
It kind of
answer that.
feels
I
like
do
a
have the answer,
spiritual
and I will
mother.
not give it to you. Now,
Oh, you piece of shit.
when it comes to, you know, inappropriate. See, this is. I asked you about an inappropriate conversation that you've had before in the past, and you didn't really have an answer.
They all are. I mean,
And
they just all are.
the thing is, you will, when you start talking about your actual experience, I think you underestimate how different and aberrational your personal experience has been in your life. Like between your family and how that shaped you and put you on a path of a whole other series of interactions that the vast majority of people, when they hear about the shit that you talk about, it's just like, how did you, I couldn't understand how you even got there. I don't understand what the rules would
you're
be.
helping me out here. You're guiding me back to some memories here. I am kind of the I can't remember the specific conversation because I have trouble with this because my brain is also, you know, I'm here talking shit about tech wife and you, but we all know I'm very mentally ill.
Right.
But you kind of helped me remember at least a sort of interaction that happens with me. And of course, I've talked long enough that I've forgotten it now. But you did it, man. It was there for a second.
Listen, I appreciate that you could have it and then just let it go and just really, you know, it leaves us all with a question mark, titillates us, leaves us wanting more. And let's end it right there. Thank you for pretty much nothing.
No, I just remember who it was.
Namaste. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello, Leslie. How are we doing this fine evening?
I'm doing great. It all costs money. How are you tonight, brother?
I am doing fairly well. Getting in some Apex, smoking a little bit of weed, hanging out in the bathroom. So it's about awkward conversations, correct?
Awkward, inappropriate conversation tonight, yes.
So the most awkward experience I've had with a conversation was I went to my newly hired, I was a new hire at a restaurant, and I asked, everybody was telling like some off-kilter jokes, and I asked my manager, I'm like, hey, are you okay with dead baby jokes? He said, yeah, absolutely. I think they're hilarious. I told my favorite one, which I'm not going to share here. I might
Namaste, old game dad. Blessings and namaste. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hey, guys, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. It is so good to have you gaggle of goofballs in here. Welcome on in. Namaste. Namaste to you. How are we? How are we doing? Framwiard has terminated you. Namaste costs money. 872-205-9484. The line is open. The theme is awkward, inappropriate conversations on Explorations. Tonight we are exploring tonight's theme to unlock the power of the next level. Wonderful to have you. How was the stream, old game dad? How was it? How was the stream? Namaste to you as well. Or somebody else. L9X, welcome on in. Welcome on in. How was the stream, though? Let me know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know the energy that has been
Oh my God, can you hurry up?
I will not. Who is this?
What?
Who is this?
It's Fram. I just wanted to...
No, it's not. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
So the thing I do is I do...
872-205. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Guru, it's Bradley.
Bradley, how are we tonight, Bradley?
Oh, I'm doing.
This doesn't sound like... Wait, is this the Bradley that called in earlier tonight?
No, I'm the Bradley that's the retard that's sitting in lobby muted right now.
Namaste. Well, listen, Bradley says, "Damn, Leslie, your mods suck. What is it? What? Talk to me. What's going on, Bradley? Are we having some friction with the moderators? Moderators talk."
That's a different Bradley. I don't know what that Bradley sounds dumb.
Good night, Bradley. Blessings to you. Bradley, Bradley at YouTube, are you the Bradley that's in VC right now? Because I think you are.
Yeah.
I think it's the same Bradley. And so Bradley on YouTube, Bradley VC, and then you, this is you, caller.
I guess. Who is anyone?
That's a really good question. Anyway, awkward, inappropriate conversations.
Are we all Bradley?
Pure Bradley. Pure Michigan, pure Bradley. You should have a whole...
Pure Bradley.
You have a campaign. You have a marketing campaign for your brand, Bradley. Namaste. Say his name.
Bradley? Say his name. Say it. Say my name. His name, my name, all our names. Bradley.
Your name, the anime
we are
movie.
We are all Bradley. Let's go, Bradley. Let's get that going. Instead of Brandon.
BBS got sexually titillated at the idea of Michigan. Namaste. Interesting. I'll bet a series of life experiences led to that. Namaste to you, Beavis.
I've never been to Michigan. Have you?
I have.
Did you like it?
I did. It was fine.
What part of Michigan?
Mostly the southern part. Detroit, Kalamazoo, Benton Harbor.
Detroit's kind of a piece of shit, though, isn't it?
It is. I mean, yes.
I mean, I think it's had a resurgence, and now, these colonizers are trying to come in and whatever. But I don't know. Yeah, it's again never been there, but just heard it's. Yeah. A lot of white people trying to come in on the African American folk that started, Detroit electro there and everything. It's kind of sad, really.
Yeah, do you get really sad? You cry about it? You cry about that? You shed a tear for him,
yeah.
Bradley?
Often.
Who are your favorite Detroit techno? Who do you cry for the most?
Drexia, pretty good. Green Velvet, also pretty good.
Isn't Green Velvet Chicago?
Nah.
I like it. Namaste, Bradley. This is you're doing a good job so far of executing the theme tonight. We don't have to get into the conceptual weeds or anything. You're just kind of really doing it to them. Malevolous, phone rings in the dark. Please, any name but Bradley. Silence tastes like peace. Wow.
I don't know what the fuck that could possibly mean, but it sounds like slam poetry, which I fucking hate.
Moody Man Chicago, or Moody Man Detroit. I didn't know that. Are we all just looking
Moody
it up?
Man's good.
Bad Boy Bill.
Everyone's just Googling stuff right now.
Is everyone just Googling stuff, or did we actually know this?
I don't trust Google so much anymore because it's so biased towards its own fucking results, But then again, you can't trust any major companies these days. Facebook. Well, they don't even call it Facebook anymore. It's Meta. The fuck is that? The most retarded thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Meta.
Communal vision from Where's Technology Wife? Awkward.
Green Velvet's Chicago.
That's what I figured. Green Velvet is Chicago.
Nah.
Yep.
Nah.
Yep. Yes, it is. Green Velvet is Chicago.
Also has roots in Detroit. You got some Carl Cox. You got all these people. You know, Richard D. James, also known as Aphex Twin, wishes he was from fucking Detroit. No, he's from fucking some bullshit ass town in fucking the UK or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this conversation, I think, not only is awkward, but it just kind of sucks.
Well, spice it up.
No, I think that's good. When I say, because tonight's about, the flip side of this coin, I think by making a conversation suck is actually very powerful right now. So,
okay.
So yeah.
What are your thoughts on electro/techno music?
I enjoy it,
Leslie.
I enjoy it.
You do?
Yep.
More than jazz?
Hard to say.
Hard to say, or because if I had a choice, I could give you an answer.
Well, yeah, but what would it? Great, that's awesome. It's not hard. It's not hard for you to say. It's hard for me to say. You have a different experience.
Why is it hard? Why is it hard for you to say?
Because I like them for different reasons at different times.
Different reasons at different times.
Yeah.
What are your times for liking electronic music over jazz? Also, jazz can sometimes be electronic music. What do you think about that?
I think that's a flattering thing that a lot of fusion dorks like to think. But there are examples of it.
Are you not playing electronic jazz by playing your instrument?
True, but one thing that I like, quick quote.
We are not the universe observing itself, no. We are the universe enduring itself, tolerating itself.
Wow. Real quick, we got a communal vision from Orchestar. The first apartment I looked at in Detroit, Grosse Pointe to be exact, the guy was like, oh, it's not ready. And I was like, I don't have time. Can I just drop by and see it? And lo and behold, it truly wasn't ready because it was riddled with bullet holes and there was raw sewage in the basement. He was like, I'll be honest, a guy had a standoff with a SWAT team here. He was trying to kill himself and his girlfriend, who he was holding prisoner. It was nice from the outside though, Tudor style.
I mean, it's a land of contrast when you're renting out there, really. You go to a place, they have these photos up there, and then you get there, it's not even the same fucking place. There's cat piss on the carpet. They say, oh, there's no cat piss on the carpet. There's cat piss on the carpet.
I think Orchestar might be one of these people that could probably initiate an awkward conversation, but she has like a baseline of personable charisma that kind of subverts the awkwardness that she might be able to exact. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
That could be something like that could be an awkward thing to bring up. I know it's probably what she didn't mean to do that, but it could be an awkward thing to bring up, like suicide or gonna kill your girlfriend, bullet holes, raw poop. But there's something interesting about it too, the way you said it.
There's a little bit of whimsy to it, which I think adds to the whole. It does. It's like you have the bad thing, but then you kind of cushion it with the whimsy or the quirky.
Well,
me, I'm not interested in doing that.
That's Orchestar. Do you identify as quirky? I start awkward convos on purpose so people don't try to talk to me anymore. Yeah. No, I believe. I just think
the most quirked up white girl to ever do it.
Do you ever find yourself in a position to be like, and maybe somebody else in chat can speak to this too, right? You find yourself in a position like, oh, I'm going to nail an awkward conversation. I'm going to get this person away from me. But just there's this sort of unconscious personable charisma that subverts your intention. And you're like, oh, fuck, I'm in a conversation.
Yeah, but sometimes I think I also just like to engage with the borderline, like, you know, menial shit, just because I'm also probably more bored than they are, just to kind of fuck with them. And, you know, I'd say half and half, that kind of works out my way. The other half, it definitely doesn't. And they are, they got way more shit going on than I'm interested in. So
yeah,
then you just kind of got to walk away. You know, you ever do you're having a random conversation, somebody at a bar, like a bus stop, and then just, you know, you get to a natural stopping point and you just stop talking and then just literally turn face and you have to walk away. Walk to the next bus stop, walk to the next bar, whatever.
Oh yeah, I love it. I'm a big silence fan. I'm a big pause head. I love that pause. Personally, I don't know if it's my experience or as a therapist or, you know, chicken or the egg, but I love.
Why do they call it? Why do they call it the pregnant pause? What's up with that?
Because it has like the next moment in it, and it's not birthed yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you gotta and somebody busted inside of it. And
somebody busted inside of the pause?
Yeah, naked comedy with the beautiful and generous Raid. Namaste, naked comedy. Welcome on in to Explorations with goddamn Leslie Tanner. That's me. We are getting into awkward, inappropriate conversations set out on Explorations. Right now, we're speaking to, I know it's not Bradley, but somebody that is identifying as Bradley.
This is definitely Bradley, Guru. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's not Bradley. Bradley called earlier and got terminated. I know Bradley's energy from a mile away.
That was a different Bradley. Bradley wasn't even up forth about being Bradley.
I know, but I called it, and now I know that you are not Bradley.
Well, again, who's to say I'm not Bradley?
I am. I'm saying
Bradley,
that right
Bradley
now.
too.
I'm saying that you're not who you say you are.
Well, agree to disagree.
Well, this really didn't go anywhere. I think you did a good job of kind of conversing, but we didn't go anywhere, really cover anything very interesting.
How do you push a digital button on?
Like that. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. One more call tonight on Explorations. Welcome on in, Naked Comedy. By the way, how was the show? How was the stream? What'd you guys get up to? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey there, Guru. It's me, Wiki.
Look who it is. It's the one and only Wiki Wiva. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing really good there, Guru. I'm doing really good.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, Sheen, please. I always do the same ones. It's so great to speak to you. It's been a little bit, Wiki.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah, what have you been up to? What have you been up to?
The backside. They had me working on the backside of the shop, and I've been doing extra hours, putting in that El Camino right there. Yeah, the El Camino.
That is interesting. Thank you for sharing that with me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, tonight we're getting into inappropriate, awkward conversations tonight. Now, you are this guy, you're sort of a fount of humanity, right? You've always got something to share. You've got a really beautiful perspective. You're laid back, you're pleasant. But how often do you find yourself embroiled in an awkward or inappropriate conversation?
I don't know. It's really tough. I figured that might be a good way to test and see how far I move through the program, or pumped up my leverage there on the really weird side. It's really weird. And I'm not really weird. I'm usually fast friends with people I meet, and we just get along and talk. So I figured maybe this might be a good test for me to try to really get weird.
Okay, interesting. So you're calling up tonight to sort of like push yourself.
Yeah. I want to push it to that next level.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's give it a shot. Well, let me ask you this real quick. It's just kind of a question I have in my mind, because I know you're a musician. We all know you're a musician. I've met a lot of musicians, and a lot of them are pretty weird and off-putting. The ones that are real committed to the craft. So talk to me, like, what's that like? Do you ever find yourself talking to that kind, or is that just so natural to you don't even notice it anymore?
Well, I don't really find myself really hard to talk to there, Guru. Sometimes I find myself in an awkward combo with like a really inspired fan there, maybe all excited, jumping up and down, doing the heebie-jeebie. And then you try to calm them down and settle down the mush and the push a little bit. And that can get weird now.
Right. Okay. And what do you do in that situation then? How do you handle the weirdness?
Well, I usually swing back a beer and give them a side eye. And then I talk to somebody over the shoulder. Somebody I know, somebody I'm real comfortable with, to let them know our conversation has stopped and a new conversation has begun.
Ah, okay. So you grab it by the reins and you keep it, you steer it away.
Yeah, I kind of try to look away, because this person is giving me the heebie-jeebie, making me a little bit weirdo, making me feel strange, and I'm like, yeah, I got another conversation. Hey, Barry, hey, yeah, remember when you was asking me about my buttermilk biscuit? Come on over here. And then, they usually go on along the way.
Okay, so let's give it a shot then. Let's give it a shot, because it sounds like you are just kind of naturally drawn to making a conversation work or steering away from shit that scares the hose, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's give it a shot. Let me try to think. Can somebody in chat give us a situation that maybe might be grounds for an awkward conversation? I'm going to go to chat for this, because sometimes the chat can be such a fertile place for suggestions and interactivity.
Oh, yeah, they can really get down like Charlie Brown there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think there's got to be olives in the sandwich when not expected. When the dentist tries to talk to you. How about this? You pick between those two. Olives in the sandwich when you didn't expect it, or a dentist tries to talk to you. Go ahead.
I don't know. Whichever one you like, Guru. You my leader here. You the program.
Okay,
I'm just following the program.
I'll be. Well, let's start with the sandwich one first, and then see how that goes. Because I got an idea for a dentist in a second. But let's go ahead and do the sandwich one. Okay, so you ordered a sandwich. Okay, here we go. I finished making your sandwich, and I'm about to sort of ring you up on the register. Ready? Okay. Well, that's going to do it for you. One Italian for you. Honestly, I felt like I did a pretty good job with this Italian.
It looks really good. Let me have a look in here.
Yeah.
Well, hold on there, mister. You don't put the olives all up in there, and we're going to have to fix this situation there, Hoss.
Well,
this
yeah,
ain't gonna work there, big dog.
The olives are my little personal flair. I always put olives in the Italian sub here.
Yeah, but the regular guy, Tony, he never put olive. He knows me real well. Can you go in there and actually pick out the olive for me? Because I don't like olive.
I legally
Yeah,
can't
olives.
touch the sandwich again.
No, we gonna make these olives go away. Now, you made the sandwich. You touched it. I'm gonna pay for it, but I'm gonna need you to get these olives about there.
No, I can't. I legally can't touch it. I had one of my associates back here put on the pork. I can't also religiously touch the pork. So
you one of them fellas. You one of them kind, huh?
Yeah, I'm a you know what, as they say. I can't touch it.
Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what? Give me a damn fork. Okay, you got a plastic fork I could have? Because I don't want to touch these damn
We don't have
olives.
plastic
I'm not
forks.
a
We have
hog
paper
man.
forks.
Well, give me a spoon or something I can spoon these little bitches over here, because I ain't about no damn olive.
Okay, all right. I get you. I've got let me look, see what we got here.
Let's hustle that up. Let's hustle that special, man.
Hustle? Excuse me, you're telling me to hustle?
Hustle up.
Listen, I don't know how you talk to Eddie, your normal guy, but you will not be talking to me like that tonight.
Look, I'm not trying to start no trouble. I'm a very good patron here. I come here all the time, and if I talk to your big dog, Luigi, he gonna be mad. Luigi gonna be pissed off if I call him tomorrow.
I'm dating Luigi. Luigi's not gonna do a damn thing.
Me and Luigi gonna have a talk, big dog. Now you gonna get that spoon, and we gonna fix this right now.
Okay, well, give me a second. I gotta go look for the spoons. I don't even know if we have any spoons left. We haven't had spoons since we got rid of the soup 6 months ago. Even if you were a patron here, like you said, you would know that. So give me a second.
Well, Luigi here gonna be mad. Where you at back there, special?
I'm looking for the spoons!
Okay. Some bitch. Come to my regular place.
What did you say? I was in the back.
Just look, just calm it down. Just take it down a notch there, Mr. Sandwich
Oh,
Man.
don't tell me to take it down a notch. Don't you fucking tell me to take it down a notch.
Here's your damn sandwich. I'm walking out the door.
No, you're not. We're gonna fix this goddamn olive situation. If you're gonna, because you, I can't have you talking to Luigi. I'm on my second strike here.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I'm gonna cut you a break there, sandwich man.
No,
What's your
I don't
name?
need you to cut me a fucking break. Fuck you.
Well, fuck you there.
Well, fuck you.
Fuck you. What's your name?
My name's John.
Don.
Don. Yeah, my name's Don. That's what I said. Don. I said John. What are you, deaf?
Oh, John. Don John. Okay.
Don John.
Yeah.
Brother of Sean John.
Rapper, Sean John, you like a wapper or something. You trying to whap.
Is that the only Sean John you know? All the Sean Johns got to be black and rappers?
No.
I wish I could leave you a
like
goddamn
rapper
Google
name.
review, you fuck.
Oh, fuck you and fuck this place. I'm calling Luigi tomorrow. I'm out.
Yeah, good.
night.
All right.
Keep
Good.
your
Good
damn
night. Good
sandwich
night.
special
Go.
hot
Go.
man.
Go.
Good
Fuck
night.
yourself. Namaste.
Suck these nuts. Namaste.